decided in the NFL this final weekend. The NFC West will be on the line, primetime Sunday Night Football. Seahawks and Niners in front of the entire 12th man in Seattle. And here's the deal. FPI gives the 49ers a slight advantage at 57% to win the West. The Seahawks won the previous meeting between these two on a last-second field goal in overtime. George Kittle did not play in that game. And so here we are. We have Damien Woody is here. He is Woody Claus today, of course, because here we are. And we have our favorite thing. We're going to smash the helmets. So this is going to be our first one. We got San Francisco. We got Seattle. We have two weapons of choice here. Which one would you like to go with?
I'll take this one.
Okay,
right
take that one there. I'm just going to discard this one. So who do you believe is going to, you will smash the helmet of the team you believe is going to lose out in the NFC West?
Yeah, listen, the NFC West, we know about the big matchup right here, but I'm going to go. I got to listen, watch out over there now. I'm going to smash the Seattle Seahawks. Listen, Russell Wilson has been a magician for the Seattle Seahawks, covering up a lot of holes, but I think they don't have the firepower necessary, whether it be on offense or defense. They don't have Jadeveon Clowney on that side of the ball to really contend with the San Francisco 49ers for the division crown.
That was well done. This thing is smashed to smithereens.
That's
exactly
the way we roll.
As we hoped it would be. Okay, the next one that is up for grabs is the race for the final AFC wildcard spot. It is tight and it is complicated. The Titans, Steelers, and actually the Raiders are all in play, but FPI gives the Titans the best chance to make it at 55%. They win, they're in. A loss, however, opens up a host of other possibilities. So I've given you the Titans and the Steelers as your options. Which team is out? Which team gets smashed?
Well, Greeny, you would think that, with the Pittsburgh Steelers playing a Baltimore Ravens team that's going to be sitting down a lot of players, maybe I'll go with the Tennessee Titans,
sure,
right? Wrong. I'm going. Listen, I know you're a Jets fan. You watched the Pittsburgh Steelers last week.
Yes.
Did you see what they had at the quarterback position?
That was the duck.
Well, there you go. That's the reason why I'm smashing the Pittsburgh Steelers. Defensively, they've been playing really well, but their quarterback situation has been atrocious, and I got more faith in the Tennessee Titans to get the job done.
I'm going to need to see a replay of that. Was that the look-away smash?
I did.
I think you did that.
I did like a Pat Mahomes type thing.
That was a remarkably athletic move right there by the big fella. All right, the final one in the NFC East. The FPI heavily favors the Eagles to win that division this weekend. They currently have a 73% chance to win the division. Dallas is still in play. What they need is the Eagles to lose to the Giants and then the Cowboys to win at home against Washington. So again, final playoff spot in the NFC on the line. Who gets smashed? Who's getting knocked out?
Well, Greeny, the Dallas Cowboys looked absolutely pathetic last week against the Philadelphia Eagles, and literally they're hanging on by just a thread right now. So I really want to go with the Dallas, but I'm going with the Philadelphia. I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles because you know why? Because I got confidence in Danny Dallas to get the job done in MetLife. You're talking about a team that has nothing to play for, and those boys going to ball out, and they're going to leave room for the team that I picked to get to the Super Bowl, the Dallas Cowboys.
Look at that. Just a tiny little piece of that helmet stayed there, by the way. I don't know how that thing held on. Okay, there you have it. It is a large man. It is a mallet, and he's wearing a Santa hat. We are delighted that you were with us this morning on Get Up. Laura, let's go to Cleveland.
I think Woody Claus smashed the Browns a long time ago, but the Browns' postseason hopes officially came to an end on Sunday with a loss to the Ravens. Expectations at an all-time high in Cleveland heading into the year. And yesterday, first-year head coach Freddie Kitchens was asked if he's gotten any assurances he'll be back.
No, I got assurance when I got hired. And no, I haven't and won't. I mean, I don't know how to answer that. It's just I'm doing my job today, and I'll continue to do the best job I can possibly do.
Look, a lot was expected of Freddie Kitchens in his first year in Cleveland with the pieces around him on this team. The result fell very short. The Browns ranked in the bottom third of the NFL in a number of categories, including penalty yards, where they have over 1,000 yards of penalties called against them. For more on the Browns, we bring back in our NFL insider, Dan Graziano. And what do we know, Dan, about the future of Kitchens in Cleveland?
We don't know what we need to know, which is what the owner wants to do, right? We know that there are people in the front office who would like to stick to the plan, bring Freddie Kitchens back, maybe make some modifications to how things operate, with the coaching staff, but would like to stick to the plan with Freddie Kitchens, who they believed in as recently as 11 months ago when they hired him and thought he could be the guy. Odell Beckham Jr., they really believe can still be a high-level player. They don't want to move on from him. There are people in the Browns organization that think that this can work, and it just didn't this year. They need to build an offensive line and bring it back. What we don't know is what owner Jimmy Haslam will ultimately decide, and he's been unpredictable in his time as Browns owner. There are times where he's hired and fired very quickly. There are times when he has brought back a coach that went 0-16. So we really don't know exactly until next week when he decides. But at this point, I think Freddie Kitchens' future in Cleveland is certainly one to watch. It's one that could go either way.
Yeah, you mentioned Odell Beckham Jr., and they obviously would want to keep him around. Odell's said all the right things lately. What do you think in your heart of hearts is going to happen with Odell?
You know, a year ago, I would have told you no chance the Giants are trading him. So I might be the wrong one to ask on this particular player. But, look, he didn't want to get traded from the Giants. I don't think he wants to get traded out of Cleveland. His best friend plays there, and he likes the quarterback. And I just think it's gone so badly. Everyone's got to get into the offseason, take a breath, and figure it out. But I know people there in Cleveland don't believe that this is a player who wants out. He's frustrated with losing, as he has been at other points in his career. And I think the idea is to try and make it right going into next year. And if he can be convinced they're heading in the right direction, I think he can be happy there. And I would say if I had to bet one way or the other, I'd say he's back in Cleveland next year.
Yeah, look, it'd be a lot of fun to have Odell Beckham Jr. on a winning team. Thanks, Dan.
So look, no one takes any pleasure in suggesting a person should be fired, but the reality is we are here to judge the job that people do in these extraordinarily high-profile and unique roles. So in your opinion, do you believe Freddie Kitchens should be the coach of the Browns next year?
No. He's never once shown himself capable this season of elevating that football team, of being a reason why that football team was playing well. I've talked about it often. There's two reasons why you lose in the NFL. There's a lack of talent or a lack of coaching. No one can dispute the amount of talent that is on the Cleveland Browns. We've seen game mismanagement. We've seen clock mismanagement. We've seen a lack of creativity on offense. We've seen him misunderstanding his roster and what they are or aren't, or what they're good at and not good at. And we've also seen this, a big regression by Baker Mayfield. Freddie Kitchens got that job in part because of the jump that Baker Mayfield took last year. Baker Mayfield was known for really good decision-making and being accurate with the football. Both those things have gone 180 this year. For me, it's really black and white. You were given the job because the quarterback played well, and now the quarterback's not playing good amongst so many other things. I don't think you can justify bringing him back.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm more interested in the quarterback than I am in the coach, because the coach may or may not be there a very long time. The quarterback was the #1 pick in the draft.
Yep.
He's a huge name who says a lot of things. Laura, you were with him all the way into the college football playoff when he was there at Oklahoma. The big personality has worked against him. It has bit him in the butt this year. He has said one thing after another that has made people mad. All the things that sort of made Baker have gone in the opposite direction. I know this is a difficult question to answer, but how do you expect him to handle that?
I actually think this could be one of the best things that's ever happened for Baker, because he's never been on the failing end of things. If you think about Baker's entire career, it's been fighting, it's been clawing, it's been everyone doubts me, I'm going to prove them wrong. Well, coming into this season, we all said, hey, the Browns are going to be great. They could be a Super Bowl team. I mean, some people went a little far with that prediction, but I'll admit, I thought they would be excellent. I thought he'd be, exceptional this year. I thought he'd take an even further step forward. So now he's back in this world where he's got to prove things and also has people doubting him for real, and he's failed. I think this could really see Baker, take that next jump and capitalize on this. And look, especially, Greeny, if they keep Odell Beckham Jr., if they keep Jarvis Landry, they've still got Nick Chubb. I mean, the list goes on and on of all this talent around him.
The great Bill Parcells used to say, beware of the celebrity quarterback. This is a guy that really hasn't accomplished anything in the National Football League, but you see him on all the commercials and doing all these type of things. And it's just like, well, wait a minute. Well, what's the priority? Is the priority, really winning and elevating your franchise, or putting your name out there? And this is what the perils of kind of putting the cart before the horse as far as Baker Mayfield is concerned. I'm sure this year has been a humbling experience for him. I think getting rid of the head coach might be a step in the right direction as far as getting this organization and primarily getting Baker Mayfield more focused on what really needs to happen.
So I think it's hard for me to sit here and go, wow, this guy is a rookie, broke Peyton Manning and Russell Wilson's touchdown record, and all of a sudden can't play. Like, again, this guy's got real accuracy. Not accuracy that every NFL quarterback does, but he can deal. And all of a sudden, these struggles showed themselves this year. And I agree, Baker's got to bear the brunt of some of this. But I honestly don't believe that Baker can't play in the NFL. I still believe Baker is a worthy #1 pick that can be a franchise-changing quarterback. Ron Rivera walks in and wins 10 games with this football team. This football team did not lose games because they lacked players. They lost football games because they couldn't manage. They did the wrong stuff on offense. They were over-penalized. They turned the ball over too much because the stupid stuff they ran on offense.
Well, you always let this be a cautionary tale. We've seen this before with Ben McAdoo with the Giants. They have some, play caller who has success, and then the organization said, oh, wait, let's elevate him to the head coach when he's not qualified to be a head coach. Remember, Freddie Kitchens, not long ago, was a position coach, and all of a sudden he's elevated to the head coach because of the rapport he had with his first-year quarterback. Doesn't mean he's qualified to be the head coach.
I thought Freddie and Baker would do better together. I was wrong.
Yeah.